Hello, humans and non-humans alike, Anger ever applies to you, and today we are back on Pillars of Eternity PS4 Let's Play, where we did not go back to Cade Nua to equip Hiravias here.
Gods keep you.
So I have questions about the Deerfoot. Do you know anything about the Gwithan ruin nearby? What I know is it's best avoided. It don't serve to anger the Glenfathers by stomping around their sacred grounds. If you gotta satisfy your curiosity, talk to Beardma. He's in a temple to the northwest. Thank you, kind sir. Also, I forgot I need to talk to Hiravias. Now, I really do need to set up where I'm gonna put all your abilities. Like, you gotta have at least a couple of abilities. You know, on the quick slots here. Nature's Bounty. Plus 12 endurance, attack speed. Basically a bunch of other stuff. Okay. Right, we're gonna talk to it.
As a peripatetic loner, I'm not privy to the latest news, but the Hollowborn Children is a tale that has reached even my reclusive ears. Or, rather, ear.
What do the Grandfladen Druids think of this place?
It's been a long time since I've spoken with my circle. They'd probably tell you what I'd tell you. This plight was most certainly the consequence of someone trespassing into Ngwithan places, not meant for folk. I mean, what else other than the gods could inflict punishment of such impressive scale?
What are your thoughts on the Hollowborn?
Anytime a life is separated from its soul, I wanted to pretend it was just a rumor when I first heard of it. In my youth, I'd curse the dear Woodens for being ignorant to spoilers that breed out of control. But soulless babies? What heartless gods would inflict that kind of tragedy? No parent or child deserves to be a part of that horror.
Let's talk of other matters.
Need something?
Tell me about yourself.
My second favorite subject.
He runs his fingers through his scalp, preening his fur.
What would you like to know?
How did you come to be trained as a druid? Hiravias thumbs his half-shut ear and thinks to himself. It wasn't, entirely by choice. Not at the start, at least. My ambition was to be a hunter. I merely arrived by a different trail. As a child, an Anamfath came to visit. An odd guest is occasion for a grand chase, but I was left out. Instructed to send to be cupbearer to the old wise one while the rest were on a hunt. I'm sure you can guess what happens when wise Anamfath gives dumb child a shred of attention. We ended up talking until the hunters returned. He gave me. His hands dart across his body, scarring the pockets and folds of his tunic. This. He presents a rusted iron medallion fashioned in the likeness of a hound's head. A common icon among the frontiersmen, explorers, and other seekers faithful to Galloway. The Anamfath insisted I be trained, and none in my village would defy him. Now, I don't need a bow to hunt. Where are you from originally?
My mother's crotch. You?
What a coincidence! I also came from your mother's crotch.
For the record, only I'm allowed to insult my mother. But I respect your dedication to banter, so I'll let it slide. This time. I grew up in Glonfoth, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glonfoth many times.
What's the story behind the symbol of whale on your eye patch? Whale is known as the eyeless face, so the symbol seemed a good fit for my eye patch. He absent-mindedly runs his finger along the strap of the patch band. Whale iconography is rather popular in my home tribe, but it seems he is not as widely venerated here in the Deerwood. I remember thinking that if I consecrated my eye to he who obfuscates and reveals, then maybe with enough devotion Will would make use of the old ruined thing. He pulls on the eye patch strap and lets go with a loud snap. So if you think you see me staring at rumps and cleavages, it's really just a wheel of whale controlling my gaze. Honest. What is your relationship with Galloway? Great, we're gonna talk about politics and religion for our first conversation. Yay, how intelligent! I was raised as a disciple of the secret god. He is champion of the hunt, be it the simple struggle for sustenance or the scholarly pursuit of knowledge. In my older years, I found... He cuts himself off, shakes his head and stabs again. Life has shown me I'm more suited to the ways of whale. A furious hunt for knowledge often outpaces the journey to a real understanding. And druids are known for changing into animals. What sort of creature can you become? He takes a half step backward as he asks the question. All sorts of things, he says quietly with a long, uncomfortable gaze. Hiravias stares at you blankly and unfolds. Let's discuss something else. Fuck that, I have perception. That's an unusually terse response from you. What are you holding back?
It's a long story, and I haven't really told it before to an outsider, so bear with me. I struggled with spirit shifting, the final rite of passage in my druidic training. I prayed to Galloway for insight, and, in the style of seekers of old, went to the forest, alone, to ask for guidance. Then I got my answer, an answer at least, in the form of a vibrantly colored Stelgar that pounced from the underbrush and made a salient demonstration of its capacity to eat things 1/15 its size.
As awful as it sounds, it's one amazing rite of passage.
Well, Oh, you actually meant that. Thanks. My kin didn't find anything positive about this tale.
Of course, you faced a giant beast and survived, good sir. I don't know why they wouldn't like the tale.
As the beast was lopping off bits of my handsomeness, I remember trying to fight back, swinging with arms too short to reach. I felt I had the energy for one last swipe at the beast's nose, and when I lashed out with a punch, my arm felt twice as massive, and my fingers sprouted talons. In a rush of power, I shifted into a mirror of my assailant. Apparently, he couldn't pick on someone his own size. By the battle's end, his severed arm was in my maw. The beast limped away in defeat.
That's awesome! I thought learning to spirit shift would mean me some respect. Maybe trap myself in Endurious last with a lust for little men. Alas, I might have been better off staying a novice. When I wandered back to my village, they saw my wounds and asked what happened. I showed them. The name they called my form was the Autumn Steliga, and... His mouth opens, but he hesitates for a long moment before choosing his words. They were not impressed. I don't know why. You even had a badass story to go with it. The real of my circle believe the Autumn Steliga to be a heinous abomination. It is said that if it eats you, your soul is invariably lost. As this is my first and most intuitive form, they deem me a carrier of its evil. Well, they can go shove it. Even though I never so much as threatened my kin, I was ruled unfit and cast out. I don't know what message Galloway was trying to send. The only lesson I learned was that the secret god will punish you for seeking. You didn't choose your spirits. Were you at least recognized as a proper druid? No, but I know I passed an initiation rate that was 5 times more perilous than any of those kin betrayers that insisted I was a failure. Thank you for sharing your story.
Well, if you don't know me, you can't trust me. And if you can't trust me, odds are low you'll leap in front of a flying arrow to save my life.
That is an excellent introduction, good sir. I suddenly find myself wanting to use this accent for the entire episode.
I've been meaning to visit the Druids of Twin Elms to see if they know more about my spirit shift. If our journey takes us there, perhaps they can enlighten me with more information about the Autumn Stelgar. But for now, maybe we can talk about something less depressing?
Of course, my good man, of course. I want to hear more about Galloway and Whale. He stares at you blankly with his one eye. Oh, not sure what more there is to say on the subject unless you're itching for a religious debate. Of course I was, because you know, politics and religion are definitely the things you want to talk about with new acquaintances. Tell me about your thoughts on Whale. I came to know Whale in earnest in the first years of my exile. I asked myself why Gallowayne would punish me for asking questions, what just and fair God would punish me for doing as he asks. Questioning why I had been mauled just drove me mad. At the height of my worry, I would have dreams where I only saw with my injured eye. My healthy eye became blind in my dreams. You lift up the eye patch to gently itch at the socket. You catch a quick glimpse of a puckered and sore abscess under the whale embroidered patch. So one afternoon, I stitched a stylized eye motif on the patch. I like to think of it as my self-initiation rites into the Brotherhood of Whale. Whale is not an instructive or overbearing deity. He does not freely dispense wisdom and expects all of us to question and explore with our own minds. Whale reminds me that curiosity is being receptive to any and all truths, not hunting for any one answer. You still seek wisdom, you're just acting a different god because of first an answer. Sounds like you should ask Gallowayne for showing you the wisdom of Whale. Hiravias chuckles to himself. The same thought has crossed my mind. Had I not been mauled by the autumn soda, I might never have appreciated the teachings of Whale. I suppose I should thank Gallowayne for that much, at least. Let's speak of something else. On second thought, some other time. Goodbye. Man, I really should have... You know what? I know where I'm supposed to go. We're gonna be right back. Alright, and we're back. I went and got Hiravias some different equipment. He's wearing, robes of the Tidebringer, which I just realized apparently make him look, like he's not wearing anything at all. Those are some cheap-ass robes. Sigil of the Arcane, this blunting belt, passage, and a helmet. Not Mana has, but, oh well. Now I can't collect that. Alright, Temple of Barroth! Turn, 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 and the wheel of fire, and the wheel of fire. Coming here, kick ass action. Larger shields can negatively impact a character's accuracy. And I am recording this thing a lot later. Unusual. So you all be grateful. Alright, now who's the guy I gotta talk to? Bittermer.
I already told you what... I'm sorry. I thought you were one of those ruffians.
Poor fellow, that looks painful. Gonafraz is bandaging his sorry deeds, striking a priest.
How may I help you?
What happened to you?
I never saw their faces. Strange hooded men asking about those ruins. Cleoban Relag. Most of the brigands who come through here asking about the ruins are looking for a few ancient trinkets. But these people knew the name, and they were in a hurry. They wanted to know where Cleoban Relag was. I tried to keep it from them, but I couldn't hold out forever. I don't know what they were up to, but it can't be good.
That does sound like the Latin Key, doesn't it? Hey, is there a way to find the ruins?
The Fathan tribe that guards the ruins will kill anyone who trespasses there. And they'll retaliate against us, too, if history is any indication. We've had too many fortune seekers stir up trouble of late. If I'm to tell you, I'll need to know your reason for wanting to go.
The people going there are extremely dangerous, and it will probably cause a lot of people to die. He folds his arms, stares at you with one eye scowl. So this is where I'm I say, go into the ruins and I'll kill you. And that's when you say, Hiravias, I'm a watcher, and you're no match for all of us. And we've got a good reason for this. And then I give up trying to argue with you and leave you to dig your own trespasses' grave. And I'm only being half metaphoric. We sometimes make dear woodens dig your own grave before we kill you. When kids hear about it, it's a fabulous deterrence. A dangerous plot is unfolding there. I've got to stop it.
If that's the case, then we may already have trouble headed our way. I'll have to take you at your word. You'll find Cleoban Relog here. Whatever trouble you find there, please end it quietly and try to stay out of the ruins.
Oh, I wish, but no. No, that's not happening. What can you tell me about the Temple of Bareth? What can you tell me about Bareth? I'm a death god-like, so I should probably know. Bareth is the most universal of all the gods. It oversees portals and cycles of all kinds, even life and death itself. Under Bareth is ending and merely passage to another beginning. Bareth has many representations across time and across cultures. Around the Deerwood, you'll commonly see it depicted as the Pallid Knight or the Usher. The guy in Fathom's Hour know it as Benwyn, I Enku, and Enku I Benwyn. I've never heard of Bunin I Enku, and Enku I Bunin. It means life and death and life, respectively. You see them as two skeletal figures, one male and one female. Explorers have found them carved opposite one another in doorways, but I know of no particular legend to speak of them. Who's the Usher? Kids have written stories, songs, and poems about the Usher for centuries. Sometimes he's folk, sometimes orphan, sometimes merely a walking skeleton. He never speaks, but he guides the way to death in the next life. He also creates circumstances for the wayward to stumble into their own graves. And the Pallid Knight? She is one of the youngest manifestations of Bareth, but a familiar one nonetheless. Stories describe her as a gaunt knight in black armor with black eyes, black hair, and milk-pale skin. She demands impossible toll from travelers who have tarried too long on her lord's roads. Some challenge her only to slay themselves in the process. Alright then, bye. To Cleoban Relog! We need to go kill some Leaden Key people and foil all of their plots. And then skin them alive for my own amusement. Alright, saved!
Been a pleasant surprise traveling with you, Hiravias.
Nice of you to say that. I was on the road alone for years, and I'm happy to have company for a change.
My part of the country has a saying about Orlans. Face of skin, let 'em in. Face of hair, best beware. But you're more like a skin-faced Orlan.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, my tribe has a saying, head of brunette, they're all set. Head of blonde says everything wrong.
Wait, was that bad? I meant it as a compliment.
Oh, the horror. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to go to the crossing before we can get to Cleoban Relog. Cleoban Relog. Downs can be used to strongly differentiate characters as they advance. Class downs modify existing class abilities, grant access to new ones that are not core to the class. The offensive, defensive, and utility talents are available to all classes. Yeah. Yeah, the song of my people. I have no idea what that was. Weird noise, weird noise, weird noise. These loading screens are starting to drive me literally insane. I may end up eating one of you. Alright, yeah, looks like we're just gonna have to head up from here, and then we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be there. And I definitely came here way too early. Oh, I could have just gone here from the fucking bluffs. Well, fuck you! Scouting mode is used for two purposes, sneaking and searching. Sneaking behind difficult foes, searching allows you to detect traps and hidden objects. Most of the time I find that things are discovered without me even bothering to sneak. Oh, apparently Black Desert's having an open beta November 8th to 12th for the Xbox One. It's good the Xbox finally gets a decent exclusive. I mean, sure, it's an MMO.
My big brother's last battle.
Oh!
I wish I could tell you what we're looking for.
That is...
Anything from that battle, I guess. Whatever 15 years of rain hasn't buried. You see my brother's ghost, you give me a holler, alright?
Do you really want me to tell you if I see your brother's ghost? As this shit usually ain't peaceful. Sleofata. Sleofoto. A man stands before you, his face smeared with green and ochre dyes. Hides and furs cover his body, and he holds a spear in one hand.
What brings you here?
He bears teeth that have been filed to points. Back to your village, Estramor. Your lucky three-toed Steliger hunt other quarry today. I'm looking for a group of you who may have already entered the ruin. So are we. That is why we're here, Estramor, and that's why I've decided to let you leave in peace. These individuals are my enemy too. If you let me in, I could bring them out for you. Perhaps and allow even more, Estramor, to trample sacred ground? Certainly not. Never mind, in fact, the ones inside are probably picking the place clean as we speak. What will you do? Well, wait. If they're inside, they must come out. And when they do, he slides a paint spot and shows you a drop of blood. Three-toed Steliger? If not the toughest of the Glenfathen tribes. The three-toed Steliger are certainly the most belligerent and uncivilized. They tame Steligers and ride them into battle, which tells you everything you need to know about their subtlety and self-preservation instincts. If the farm has grown too fearful to even mention our name, we are the fiercest of the 6 tribes of Glenfath, and we are the guardians of the monument here. What do you know about Kleban Relog? It is a sacred place to builders, and neither your feet nor ours shall sully its stones. The grasses, however, I'll gladly water with your blood. I'll be going then, and do not come this way again.
Not much here.
Let me save. I'll look to see if I can avoid fighting them. Don't get me wrong, I love killing people. But if I kill these guys, and there are like survivors or scouts somewhere that find the bodies, they'll most likely assume the villagers did it, then they'll go attack the villagers, and if any people survive from there, they will blame me, and spread bad shit about me. I'm not altruistic, I'm just greedy as shit.
Too recent.
Freedom, Pierce Proof, 25 defense against Hobbled in, plus 3 damage reduction. Excellent! You have a ring! You look very weird with that robe. I'm not making fun of you, I am just stating a fact. You look very weird with this robe, Hiravias. Maybe I should have gotten you something else.
Nothing over here. I guess they cleaned up real good after the battle. This is embarrassing.
It's not that bad.
I think I see... No. Never mind.
Those face painters can't guard that place forever.
Hey, Something metal in the ground. Over by that boat.
What boat? I think you meant this way, right? Oh, looter idiots. Just kill them all.
These ruins are claimed, friend. On your way.
No need to get riled, boys. We're just passing by.
Look at his talisman, Pag. Eothasian.
How about that? A godless sack of shit. We got a blazing corpse worshiper on our hands.
Actually, they never found the body.
Only reason for the legacy is because the Duke doesn't got the guts to see you all slaughtered. The gods want you dead. Me and Pag, though, we done our part during the purges, didn't we, Pag?
Seamstresses?
Make your cracks now. Got no god or homeland to avenge you. By Magrin, this'll be short work.
There's nobody good when you do a devil's work.
Doesn't matter who it was for anyway. Country's better for the purges. Maybe we start a new purge right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be quick and painful. I had no idea how quick and painful. Wait a sec. Are you using per rest abilities? Well, fuck. Inventory, right. Shit.
They were right. That was short work.
Extremely short work. Fine equipment. Red Saren's standard piece. The tip of some metal object protrudes from a mound of watery river silt. With both hands, you and Eder begin digging the mud until the object is dislodged. You close your hand around it and pull it from the wet earth. The object is a steel semicircular frame about the size of your fist. At even points around the semicircle, jagged points jut out like tongues of flame, the rays of a rising sun. As the sun centers a carved silhouette of a vorlous plant.
I've seen these before. They top the standards of Raid Ceres. Or did when Weidman was alive.
Something.
Just not sure what it gets me.
I should take it to an expert. But a lot of people would have touched this. Standard bearers, position of honor in most places, but the Red Terrans actually took to fighting for it. What I heard, serious bunch. It's not a lot to hang hopes on, but hey, we were lucky to find anything at all. So it's back to Defiance Bay, I guess. Unless we spot my brother's bones lying around on our way out. Marvelous. Camping supplies. Oh, something happened. The edge of all known things. Right, I sent out a mission at some point. You do not know it. The famous and wealthy Reltai scholar, Amaya, has been compiling a massive codex of Eora's varied legends over a long life, pulling from our sources as well as from Adir, Old Valley, the Model Plane, and Nasitak. The work is truly gargantuan, spanning thousands of pages. While she has had scribes busy for the last 2 decades copying her current body of work, a few folktales have remained out of her reach. She has attempted to contact the elder Glenfallen of the White that Wens, or arrange a special meeting with the Adir Insector, and sit amongst the most revered royal of Glenfath. In all attempts, she has been unsuccessful due to various threats that stand in her way. These last subjects will be the final chapters of her life's work, and she is seeking experienced adventures to assist her. I sent Grieving Mother, because mind reading. Figured that'd make it easier. It took Grieving Mother more than 3 attempts to contact the Glamfellin of the White that Wens without being attacked. When Amaya was finally able to speak with the elders, she wrote down their stories about where the Glamfellin had come from, how they had arrived at the bottom of the world so long ago. Getting access to sacred Ardrus sepulchre of the dear emperors, the Insecure, involved more than a little trickery. Even though Amaya was only able to speak with the spirits of the dead emperors for a few minutes, it was enough to complete that portion of her research. The wise ones of Glanvath, for real, entertained Amaya's request, but they questioned her for days to ensure that she would not share their sacred secrets, nor portray the people in a bad light. The Rio passed on their stories of the early days of Glanvath, how they had arrived there, and how they had received their instructions to guard the Ingwithan ruins for all time. Satisfied their research was complete, Maya returned to Rautai to pen her final chapters and have them copied by her scribes. Though it was several years until any complete copies emerged, she gifted Greenmother with a condensed codex of her essential work, including the knowledge spells that had been enchanted into the last few pages. Oh. Oh, that's good. I'm assuming this is a way to sneak in. So we'll save again. Because that's what we do. Save! 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 A broken bridge lies before you. Most of it appears to have crumbled into the river centuries ago, leaving two jagged ledges on either side of the water. See a yawning passage into the mountain on the other side. You might be able to jump across. Jump! Maxima mistrusts the gap and barely makes it across, spraining her wrist in the process. Well, shit. You idiots. Hey, how bad's the damage? Oh, minus 15 deflection, that's fine. The party's stash can be used for holding excess gear when their inventories fill up. Some item types, like quest items and ingredients, are automatically placed in the stash. And they have their own section of the stash. So none of them are annoying overlaps. At least with the ingredients. Saving. Find signs of a leaden key within Cleveland Relog. And I gotta remember, we have to leave this way, because otherwise we'll be picking a fight with Glen Thousands.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet. So much.
Yeah!
That's it!
Oh, we are so over-leveled for this. I would feel bad, except this is fucking great. Ah, being ridiculously overpowered is such a nice feeling. Wait, where the fuck did you come from? Kill it! Kill it with fire!
That's it! So much for you.
Alos, you charming everything is actually becoming a serious annoyance. Alright, let's head this way. How can the people of virtue resist the profane and lawless? Where can the elm dig its roots, that the storms cannot wash them out? Is it like a riddle? If I answer it, will the door open? Alright, yeah, that leads us out and into a bunch of Glenfathens that will kill us. You know, I try to be respectful of other cultures. That's why I'll sneak in instead of killing you all. Oh, shit. Yo, Kana, take care of that. Good party member.
A blade in the dark.
Black Ooze. Not worried about the oozes. Really not worried about the oozes. Hey, come on, are you seeing this? Everything's just dying. Oh, fuck.
keeping an eye out.
Alright,
I'll give it a try, at least. As requested.
unlock it. Now who's the master of unlocking, Jill? Again, we are kind of we are kind of a little overpowered for all this. Okay, a little we are very overpowered.
Laying low.
Fine retail. Tiny animat. Oh my god. Retaliation. 6 to 10 pierce damage. Accuracy versus sectors. Characters hitting self. Eh. This isn't that bad. Oh, I need to put the tiny fish person or tiny animat? Oh, this is hard. Very difficult decision.
Slowly now.
Okay, I gotta remember, you know, they don't have like an automatic search for trap thing. Oh, kill it! Kill it with fire! Or in my case, lightning! We appear to have some corrupted druids! How dare you use the damn things to summon a phantom, and why do you have to summon them right next to you, too?
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
You have the ability to flank enemies with summons, and instead you put them right next to you. One of the most annoying things.
Awesome.
I mean, you know, Hiravias can summon a bunch of shit too, but one of these days I'll try out Blight. You know, when we actually encounter things difficult enough to warrant summoning Blights. Corrupted Druid! There's a lot of that in here for some reason. You guys stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Seriously, it does not look like it's going well for you. Whatsoever. Okay, you just died of shit. Never could Picos accord with their chiefs. Can a people find order when sunset brings darkness, but never a map in the stars of the sky?
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
On the hunt.
Never the spark, and always the flesh are people of lowered eyes. Ah, great.
What's this?
I remember when these things were a pain in the ass. Okay, Ayla, stop sneaking. Hiravias! I actually want to see at least one of these. Conjure of Lights! I know you have absolutely no reason to, since we could probably just... Oh, fuck.
Keep it together, that wound.
Oh wait, where'd that skeleton come from? And why is it dying? I don't think that was one of yours There's 5 phrases. I think keep going.
We're losing, folks.
Yeah, I don't even know where we got a skeleton from, but you know. Don't look the gift horse in the mouth and all that. Summon the Drake. Paladine has been confused. Oh, looks like she's back to normal. Damn near instantaneously. Go, Drake, go! Wait, hey, why are you guys kicking Mobies? Stop that! No beating my dog! Well, I guess wolf. No beating the wolf. Bad. Bad party.
The term godlike doesn't refer to my ability to carry unlimited quantities of war spoils.
It does now.
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
Fine stiletto. In other words, money.
What's this? No prisoners!
Well, Moby, time for you to be test dummy.
Will they answer?
I did not trigger the trap. Wait, were they actually smart enough to go around? I'm so proud. Oh my god, party. You did so well for once.
As requested.
Oh, this takes us down. Well, shit. I didn't want to go where I was supposed to go, damn it. Alright, time to go back. Back to the future!
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
Looks like I can't make it over that way. You know, you'd think being covered in some of you having plate mail and heavy armor and weaponry, you all would be able to swim.
That's it!
Even the enemy AI knows to summon the damn things away from themselves. Okay, I killed an enemy small Earth Blight. What's the big deal?
So much for you!
Again, with the fucking summonings.
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
I swear, Kana, you're just trying to annoy
I
me.
see something.
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking
I'm playing favorites. Yes, yes, I'm giving you gifts.
So much for
Keep
you!
thinking that. It's better than pack mule. It's better than the fact that I'm using you as a pack mule. Think of them as gifts. Not horrible abuse of labor.
So much for you! That's it!
Actually, I can't think of anything for you to do. Keep attacking with ranged weaponry. Don't summon a phantom, for God's sakes. You overly cluster when you try to summon things next to you. It drives me insane.
Sacre tu!
peacefully now.
Alright, here's water. Arbalest and Samadra, okay. Not too impressive, but alright. Nope, none that way. Alright, and I think we've explored everything now. Okay, yep, this is the way we came in. Okay, now we can go down to the next floor. We've cleared the floor! Now it is time to continue killing on another floor. And then we shall continue the cycle of murder until everything in here is dead and we have looted it all. And then we shall sneak out. So that the Glenfathoms have absolutely no idea. And they will simply blame the people who have already come in here. Because we will go out the secret exit.
Blade in the dark.
It's perfect. Fuck you, Ione Brassier, and your annoyance. We survived! Sleep on the log. The character can use quick items or switch between weapon sets during combat, but is otherwise unable to access. Sorry. Sorry about that. Again, if I don't have Stormcaller and Abaddon's Hammer in the next game, I'm going to be upset. This shit's soulbound to me and everything. It is a part of
I'll
me
see
now.
what I can find.
Yeah, fast mode while you're sneaking is just fine. That's locked. A series of pictographs, simple but clear, are carved on a column in this alcove. Figures of men and women with their arms raised are carved on top of the column. Suits of armor in the same pose have been chiseled at the bottom. These I can open.
do that. As requested.
Be cautious. Be constant.
If it's locked, that means I'm not supposed to be in there. Therefore I go in. It's common adventurer logic. And it is either a shortcut or a loot room. And holy shit, what is that? Oh, you're probably immune to the lightning my bow is doing, aren't you? Ah, more
I'll
lock
give it a try,
things.
at least.
Unlock them at once. Oh, wait a sec.
They won't see me coming.
Level 1? Alright, wow, I guess we definitely went the complete wrong way, because we discovered where we're supposed to go! Oops. Yeah. No, wait. I think it's doing some kind of damage, maybe? Yeah, no, I'm doing no damage. Well, shit. Will-o-wisp? Prepare yourself to die. Yep, now we have animatic fight. I have a tiny version of you that can follow me around if I so choose. How does that make you feel? Yep, it leveled up. Exceptional and grants beetle shell, 2 per rest. It's nature's mark, 1 per encounter. Is this truly a kill 25 enemies with green stone staff or kill 5 blights? You might actually do that in this mission.
You give me any more gifts and
definitely a
people will
druid
start thinking
weapon.
you're playing favorites.
Phantom. Kill it. Aren't you supposed to start with a bunch of chants these days? I thought you did.
Quiet.
I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining things. Alright, let's continue. This door appears to be open. Damn, I am way too overleveled for this place. It's great!
What's this?
Oh. Thank you for the skull marks, at least. That's very helpful. I assume these things shoot out either jets of flame or a bunch of arrows and shit. Wait, I didn't even open that door. Did it open automatically when I went through? Interesting. Phantom. Kill it. If anything stands before me, it shall die. And what the hell is that? Adra grows from a central pillar and seems to spill down the steps. Luminous egg-shaped stones are nested within the rippling Adra. They grow their own Adra. Impressive. I hope the eyeless actually do their job now and help preserve history. How are we supposed to learn from the mistakes of the past if we can't even remember the mistakes of the past? That's not very helpful. Honestly, Andra, you are an idiot. And now the eyeless are gonna tell you your ex-boyfriend.
The term godlike
That you
doesn't
murdered
refer
him.
to my ability to carry unlimited quantities of war spoils.
Oh man, I wish I could see the face of Andra at that. It's been like, no, Abaddon, wait, it's a misunderstanding, no! You know what, no, I think she'd probably be more stoic and just look away and not say anything at all. Yeah, I think that'd probably be more of a reaction. I knew as soon as it turned out he didn't die during that little foray into the depths that he would be discovered.
That's good.
Wow, looks like we're killing things so fast. Oh wait, what did we just pick up? It was a necklace of some type. Oh, of perception. This copper locket is a legacy of Ingwithin's early soul experiments. The crystal inside is filled with the essence of dozens of souls. While no one is entirely certain of its original purpose, it is believed that this was created in one of the first attempts to build and control animats.
The term godlike doesn't refer to my ability to carry unlimited quantities of war spoils.
It does now. Because I have every intention of carrying unlimited quantities of war spoils. Get those war spoils!
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
Well, you heard it, Timer. That's the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like and comment, subscribe. And remember to follow me on Twitter for channel updates, pictures, dogs, and cats, and whatever else I decide to put out there. And remember, if you follow me for this stuff on PlayStation, also follow me on YouTube. Goodbye, humans and non-humans alike, and good replies to you.